Evening, people. Happy New Year. We are chugging along with more Zenless Zone Zero. We're now at part 170, so this is definitely going to be the longest playthrough on my channel of all time, that's for sure. And, well, I finally started chapter, what was it? 5, which is technically 2.4. I don't know, the number order always throws me off. But the chapter 5, I believe it is. I started finally. MiHoYo did put back in most of the dialogue, but they still, for whatever reason, left out chunks of it. And I cannot for the life of me understand why they did that. It was like that with the earlier chapters too, as well, both in season 2 and in the first parts of season 2, as well as parts of season 1, including parts of season 1 that had voice actors replaced for a lot of the early banner characters, like Kaleda. And clearly they have not learned their lesson in that regard, and that is pretty annoying, all things considered, to see that they stripped dialogue out for no reason, put it back in, but didn't even put all of it back in. So, what are y'all doing? That annoyance aside, we did get to play with Dialyn in her proper introduction, as well as Banyue, who I unlocked because I really liked him a lot, and I had enough tapes to do it, and I have a little over a month to get Shiyuan anyway, of which I am steadily working on. Hopefully, I actually manage it. So, I wanted to start earlier, but lunch got in the way, then other in real life stuff got in the way, and so I decided, okay, fine, I'll wait until after I've had dinner, and I got dinner done early, so I can now continue this right away. And a bit of a recap, we finally got the intro to Dialyn. We saw Banyue as well as one of his neophyte students. And apparently, Dialyn has some kind of psychic ability to, hear the dead. So she has a little something going on with her. And some weird vision she had was, according to the cutscene art piece, what looked like Banyue, and Banyue not looking good. In fact, it implies that there was some kind of massacre that happened, and it seems to imply that he was responsible or something. I don't know. I'm only guessing based on what glimpse I got, but it sounded straight out of a horror movie. And funny how horror seems to be a running theme with season 2 so far. So, another event quest also popped up as well, along with ones that already showed up. Sword Seeker Chronicles, an Assembly Commission, but I'm holding off on those two until I've done both of the main story chapters. Wonder if the guest room we prepared meets Shiyuan's expectations. We should go check on her. Okay, so I activated the main quest, so hopefully that does not trigger the event quest. It shouldn't. Shiyuan. There's the diary from before. A bookcase. Maybe I can get some interesting books for Xiaoguang later. Help take her mind off the stuffiness from being in seclusion. Ooh. Cultured. Everyone pitched in to perfect the place. Hope you like it, Xiaoguang. Do you like the room? Anything else you need? Wow, you managed to make this place so neat and beautiful in just one day. I really can't thank you all enough. Everything's perfect. I love it. Just call me Senior Shiyuan like Junior Wise does. She told me you're really interested in our training at Yunkwei Summit, since we've got this connection that we at Swabian Temple will naturally show you proper hospitality. So they don't know that that's Shunguang, and she's going by like a alias. Thanks, Senior Qingyuan. Qingyuan? I think it's Qingyuan. I don't know, I'm not that great with Chinese. I'm used to Japanese. Being with everyone makes me feel so much more at ease. It's totally different from traveling alone. I heard this place used to be even livelier. It'd be so much better if everyone were here. Then you could just stay here without worrying. You could wait for them all to come back. Yeah, Xiaoguang, make yourself at home. If there's anything you need, or if you want to go shopping or grab a bite, just ask me or Wise. Wait, maybe they do know. Okay, then it is my little home in Phylum Heights now. You both must be exhausted today, right? Why not get some early rest? After saying goodnight, Senior Sister Qingyuan goes to rest. Maybe they do know, and they're just keeping it on the hush-hush. Everyone's so thoughtful. Too bad I can't reveal my identity right now. Oh, okay, so they don't know. Yeah, she's going by her nickname, and not her real name. That makes sense. Kind of in a Clark Kent, Superman sort of way, but I get it. Simplicity. Dude, once I find my brother, I'll definitely make a proper apology to all my fellow disciples. Don't worry too much. I'll help you find your brother. I would never doubt my brother's intentions. I'm just worried about his safety, so please help me investigate. You've worked hard today, so go get some rest soon. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Nighty-night. Okay. So we can get the lady some books, can we? Dr. Bell. So how'd Shunguang like the room? She said everything's good. She really likes it. Actually, I prepared some casual clothes for Xiaoguang based on Fairy's lifestyle preference analysis report. I gotta ask her to try them on whenever the right opportunity comes. Let's make it a surprise for Xiaoguang. It's the dress, isn't it? Or at least one of them, anyway. But first, we need to find out where Senior Ye is. Senior Ye, not Senor. I'm used to I'm used to Spanish dialect when I see that. Sarah went to Porcelumex Market, and since it's got something to do with some ancient tome, maybe you and Xiaoguang could go to the antique shop tomorrow and ask around. I'm so curious about that ancient tome. Whatever, let's leave it for tomorrow. Time to get some rest. Meanwhile, on the other side...
So this is the side you've been hiding. I bet the people around you never had a clue.
Uh-oh.
Should I call them adorably oblivious, or applaud your flawless performance?
Uh-oh. He turned it. He went did Shiyuan facing Sarah's gaze. Ye Shiyuan walks out from the shadows, his expression calm. Oh no, he turned into emo Shiyuan. No.
I never intended to hide this power from them. I just never found the right moment to tell them.
You listened to too much Linkin Park and Nine Inch Nails. Now look at him. Oh no. Oh wait. So he has a secret power too?
Ever since I returned to Weifei, the longer I was trapped in that nightmare, the clearer this form became.
So wait. So Shunguang has something going on. He has something going on. Are they what? Like the yin-yang twins or something? Or siblings? I don't know. Figures. Go figures, there'd be dialogue missing here, too. Mihoyo, you had one job, and you couldn't do all of it in time, or even by 2.5. What is wrong with you? Tell me, why is it that after you erased my nightmare, I can't hide this form anymore?
Convenient, though. I suppose it does make it easier to move unnoticed.
You should know better than anyone. It's not that I did anything to you. This power has always been the truth you've been suppressing. My authority comes from the Creator, so it naturally returns all things to their true state. Just like when I demonstrated to you before, I made those sacrifices return to their purest state. Now they're just aimless drifters, mindless, memoryless, poor, lost things wandering without purpose. Surely by now you understand my goal isn't meaningless destruction. The Creator can reshape the natural order and lay bare the truth itself.
So basically, revert everything to factory settings so you can basically reshape it the way you want. Figures.
They see your suffering, your talent, and feel pity for your plight. Perhaps the power you and your sister share is more similar than you think.
Similar. I would have preferred if that sword had chosen me from the start.
What a good brother. But since the sword chose her, perhaps it also reflects the truth she's been suppressing. All the while, the sword is consuming her. One day, it'll eventually turn her into the coldest blade.
So... I'm guessing... hopefully... Wise and Bell will figure out how to halt the process, because we don't want that to happen.
The Creator is different. Their power doesn't take, it gives. They can restore her true freedom, completely severing the connection between the sword and your sister, freeing her from its chains. And you will also be freed from the nightmare. Forever.
If it means saving Xiaoguang, I'll help you awaken this creator of yours. What about you? Why are you helping me? Or should I ask, what is your wish in all this?
I've already answered many times. For true peace. An unbreakable, ever-standing order.
No. 057 says, "Don't worry, he's just in his emo phase." That's what I said. Yeah. Anyway.
I still remember every one of the Creator's words of wisdom from when I was young, when I read them for the first time. Man prides himself on his cage, treating it as if it was order. But their laws are like sandcastles, easily washed away by the tide. Their principles like spiderwebs, scattered by the slightest breeze. Their existence like a firefly's, extinguished at the slightest touch. But when the Creator's call resounds, there shall be no more extinction, for the seeds of conflict will be erased. No more decay, for the arrow of time shall be stilled. No more suffering, for the restless heart shall be steadied. When they descend, the tongues of those who quarrel shall be frozen, the arms of sword-wielders hung in midair, and the hearts of the greedy turned to crystal. Absolute, eternal, unmovable, all coalesced in that clearness.
Sounds like a very stale existence more than anything.
Look at this world. Birth and death, love and hatred, power rising and falling, civilizations waxing and waning. Even without the hollows, chaos and disorder would still fester, like maggots feeding on detritus. I've realized that the Creator is the answer that can end all of this.
The answer, huh? I hope you're right. Now, I've told you the location of the array. When are you going to take the next step?
Soon. Just a little longer. That sacrifice, that flawless listener, is guarding this area. The purifying ritual to summon the creator must go off without a hitch. Power. We need even more power to break through this miserable barrier.
More power. What are you, Virgil?
I can feel the creator's decree resonating with my own longing. They are there, somewhere. A grand, cold, flawless will. So close to us.
Come to think of it, imagine if any of the Devil May Cry characters just suddenly found themselves in ZZZ. I mean, they got added to Punishing Gray Raven, that other gacha game. One that I would like to play if it wasn't trapped on mobile phones. Ubi Sun God says hello, and that would be crazy. Yep, it would. The night grows heavy, and deep within Lemnian Hollow, something unknown is stirring in the darkness. Okay, it's a Bang Boo and a giant death orb hovering in the background. The mysterious Bang Boo is there, standing alone in the shadows. Its little hands are clasped together as if it's praying.
Hold on a little longer. Just a little longer.
Wait, since when do Bang Boos talk? Well, they do. They tend to, well, they've never been shown talking in the cutscenes or even the art stills, so this is a first.
Very soon, salvation will come.
Unless it's somebody controlling it. A night of uproar and secret silently sinks into the deep darkness as morning light spills across the land. Swabian Temple welcomes a new day, and Ningqian, who brings news for everyone.
Oh.
I went to Porcelain Market this morning to ask around. Ginger from the antique shop said he remembers seeing that woman in red. She brought a severely damaged ancient tome to Ginger, saying she wanted to restore it. I knew it. An ancient tome. What kind was it? Not sure yet. Ginger said that since the ancient tome was severely damaged, it was a difficult job, so he recommended it to one of his old customers who's obsessed with collecting antique books. Bargainer. Bayo, I don't know. I got his address so we can try our luck and pay him a visit, but Ginger also said he's met some trouble lately and might not be in the best mood. Did I get the new character? Not yet. I did get Banyue because I had enough tapes to do it while still having a little bit of enough to start getting Shiyuan, but I have not got her yet, no. I plan on getting her, that's for sure. I got his address so we can try our luck and pay him a visit, but Ginger also said he's met some trouble lately. Might be, I'm in the best of mood. I did want to get Dialyn too, but I passed her over because there was simply not enough time. So I'm just gonna wait for her to come back. How do I feel about the patch? Well, this is this is the 2.4 update, so I can't say much for anything beyond that. I haven't gotten to the newest chapter. I put off doing 2.4 because for whatever nonsensical reason they stripped out the dialogue. And then, despite putting most of it back in for the new to match up with the new update, back in, there's still like chunks of dialogue that are still unvoiced, so that is annoying. They also put out a lot of stuff for the new update to do, which on one hand it's like, yay, more things to do to unlock more stuff, but I don't really like how they did some of it. Like, oh, if you want to get these old agents, you gotta outside of the traditional method, you gotta do you gotta buy all so-and-so shit to do it. And I'm just like, yeah, no. So, whatever works. So, I like some things, I don't like some things. I can't really form a full opinion on any of it just yet. Okay, let's go ask first. Let's go talk to whatever his name is. Sweetie.
What dim sum are we starting the day with?
That must be Ginger.
Appraisal show last night. Pretty sure they had a piece
He's a
on my store.
he's a cat boy. Final notice: eviction deadline. All claims to the above property are hereby void. Vacate premises within 3 days or face forced eviction. Uh-oh. It looks like Mr. Bayo, however, I have no idea how you say his name. I'm trying, folks. It looks like he's facing an eviction problem. Atmosphere here somehow doesn't seem very friendly.
Final warning. Everything's in writing. Ownership confirmed. The property must be cleared within 3 days. Tops' new business plans don't wait.
Uh-oh. The Tops buy up the property and forcing him out? Because that stinks.
My family's ancestral home, passed down for 3 generations, and now it's yours? Those documents, you fabricated them!
Times have changed. It's all about evidence, not stories. Empty your place within 3 days, or we'll clear it for you. When we clear your place, it won't be gentle. Picture your moldy old books getting crushed by a bulldozer in the landfill. See what becomes of the things you hold dear.
I don't think you're endearing him to your moving in by saying how you hate you're gonna disregard his property, lady.
You bunch of bandits!
Arrogant woman leaves.
Uncle Biao? Are you alright?
Biao. Okay. If that's the pronunciation they're going with, I will latch onto that, because I have no other frame of reference.
Right? I'm doing great. 3 days. They expect me to clear out decades of collection in 3 days.
Sorry to bother you at a time like this, but we have a few questions. Do you recall an ancient tome restoration job from the antique shop?
Gone. It's all gone. They were after the collection, and everything's been taken.
Do you remember what kind of content was recorded in that ancient tome?
What did the person who took it look like? Did they mention where they were going?
Enough! Can't you see I've got bigger problems? I don't care where the tome went. My ancestral home, where I kept my entire collection, is about to be demolished. I ain't got no time for your questions.
If it's a Tops matter, then Tops people we will have to talk to. Paging Krampus?
Go away, all of you!
Sorry to bother you. I'm very sorry.
Time to call in a favor from Zhao, I guess.
Talk about bad timing. Bargainer Biao's pretty beside himself with anger. Doubt he's in the mood to answer any of our questions.
No, he is definitely not. Again, I don't want to dog on the ZZZ team all that much, but seriously, I freaking hate stuff like this that is so lazy that it's so easy fix. It's like, come on, developers, you should do better than this. Put all the dialogue back in. Stop doing this stupid half-measure bullshit. Speaking of half-measured bullshit, Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, I'm still salty about that. Anyway, maybe let me try talking to him alone first to help him calm down. It might take a bit longer, so I apologize for making everyone wait.
Oh, lost at another crossroads in life? What a coincidence running into you here!
Did I call it, or did I not? Or did I call it? Which is also funny, considering that Dialyn is her name's a pun on phone dials, and she's wearing a phone on her person.
Dialyn, what are you doing here?
Me? I'm, of course, here handling complaints. TOP's cross-department customer service center at your service, specialized in dealing with the toughest, most unreasonable cases.
And oh boy, do we have an unreasonable case for you.
And besides, if you don't want to miss out on something interesting, you've got to keep an eye out. It's tough working at Krampus. You've got to grab every scrap of credit you can to stay off the bottom of the rankings. You freelancers wouldn't get it. Workplace competition is brutal.
Oh, sounds pretty intense.
Huh? What's with the long faces? What happened?
Briefly tell Dialyn about what just happened.
What a coincidence, huh? Your luck came through again today. I'm here to deal with the same issue. Give me a moment. Let me think.
By the way, I just realized, similar to Shiyuan, Dialyn's sleeves kind of look like pages in a notebook. I mean, it's like, I don't know what else to compare them to. That's what they look like.
Yes, you should take some time to think this through.
Time for an ice cream break. Wait here and don't wander off.
What?
How can she be so casual about this?
I guess when you're cursed with hearing the voices of the dead, you gotta put up your best front face, I guess. Everyone is still exchanging glances by the time Dialyn quickly returns, waving something in her hands. By the way, I made a finish the job and we go get some ice cream joke a la Fat Electrician on the last stream, and there goes Dialyn getting herself ice cream.
Alright, it's done. That Bargainer Biao is quite the interesting fellow. He couldn't possibly bear parting with that one-of-a-kind tome, so instead, he gave Sarah a replica. Turns out his cleverness has made things quite convenient for us.
How does she manage that? Okay, I hope you also managed to help him keep his property, too. Okay, then. A heavily worn and mysterious ancient tome with pages stuck together from moisture damage. Its edges are tattered, inner pages torn, making many crucial sections hard to decipher. From what's just barely legible, the tome appears to document unverified legends about arrays related to absorbing miasma and suppressing evil. Yeah, it's a bit worn down. Falling apart in the cover a bit. How did you manage to get that out of him?
Dialyn, how did you manage to get that out of him?
Yeah, Dialyn. It's like you cast a spell on him or something.
How did I do that?
It's the eyes, isn't it?
Exactly what I did will remain a secret. But look, I've solved this big trouble for you, got you what you wanted, and even managed to save his house in the process.
Again, how did you do it? Okay then. I'm doing it again where I end up calling something and it turns out it happens anyway. Am I psychic like she is or something? I don't know. I've watched too many anime and video games to probably see this shit coming without even meaning to. Ugh.
Counting the last time I helped you rescue people in the Hollow, and the time before that with delivering Master Lumen, it's starting to feel like you owe me a lot of favors, don't you think?
You're right. I don't know how we can repay you.
We didn't realize how much we've been relying on you. How can we repay you?
Hopefully not polychromes, because I need those.
Alright, just scan here to submit a tip.
You can take most of my Denny's, though. Have at them.
I'm just kidding. You don't actually think I'd cash in on a crisis, do you? I'm not that type of person.
What was that dialogue? Let me hear that again.
I'm just kidding. You don't actually think I'd cash in on a crisis, do you? I'm not that type of person.
Okay, I said it previously, many streams ago, but a lot of the actors seem to really love the parts they've been given. I remember praising Alice's voice actress, and now I think I have to praise Dialyn's as well, because that was just hilariously adorable. Oh man, I love this game.
What I actually want is, whatever you're up to next, no matter how interesting or how much of a pain, count me in.
Huh? That's it?
So, I'll be paying you in Denny's, because I got more than enough.
Yep, it's that simple. You should be grateful it's me playing the Good Samaritan today and not Senior Zhao. Otherwise... Anyway, do we have a deal?
Deal.
Deal.
And I need to let the cat out, because she's trying to do. Joey. Go on, girl. Get your little Siamese tail out of here. Anyway. Okay.
Thank you, Dialyn. You're so kind.
Already putting me in the kind person category. Thanks for the compliment.
No. Even if you have other motives, your help before and today is genuine. Right now, we're walking the same path together, and that's good enough for me.
Sometimes you seem like an innocent little girl, and other times, feels like you see right through everything. Alright, let's set that aside for now and figure out our next move. Bargainer Biao said this tome is extraordinary. It talks about divine purification, and some kind of ancient array that can absorb miasma and suppress evil spirits. Whether it actually works or not, well, that's another story.
Hearing this, Xiaoguang perks up.
This is a matter of utmost importance. Since we've already got the tome, let's head back to Swabian Temple and discuss it there.
Let's move. Xiaoguang seems to have just remembered something. Should I ask now or wait until we're done? Oh my god. Hold
Senior
it.
Xiaoguan, are you okay? Your expression just now seemed a bit off.
Sorry, Dad came in, wanted me to try a jacket, and it's like, was not a good time. But whatever. Got it done. So, let me repeat that dialogue. Again.
Senior Xiaoguan, are you okay? Your expression just now seemed a bit off.
The array that absorbs miasma and suppresses evil spirits. Actually, when my brother and I were kids, we heard bits and pieces from our parents. They seemed to know something about it.
I hadn't really heard Senior Ye mention your parents before.
Uh-oh. Bad memory. Let me guess. Hollow Zero disaster. Both of them died. Would not be surprised if that's what it was.
Yeah. They passed away when we were very young.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up something so heavy.
It's alright. When you think about it, how many people in New Eridu don't carry the pain of losing someone they love? Besides, Mom and Dad were a source of pride for both my brother and me. They both knew a bit of mystic arts, they were free spirits, deeply in love, wandering from place to place in their younger years, seeing the world, enjoying the mountains and rivers. Later, they came to Waifei, witnessed the dangers of the miasma, and couldn't bear to see the workers in the mines suffer. So, they decided to stay and help. With everyone's help, they settled in the residential area near the mines. I was born sometime after that. I was too little to remember much, just a few scattered memories of life back then. But whenever I see the look on my brother's face when he talks about those days, I can tell. They must have been happy. Really, really happy. My brother said that before they passed, they were looking for a better way to suppress the miasma, never expecting that the outbreak 10 years ago would take them so suddenly.
Yep, Hollow Zero. Just what I thought. Typical.
Your parents, did they perish in the miasma outbreak at the old mining site 10 years ago?
Yes. It was chaos back then. I was too young to remember clearly. My brother was badly hurt and unconscious. By the time we finally woke up at the rescue, they were already gone. After that, we just scraped by with whatever help we could get. Kind people like Banyue Shifu would check in on us every now and then. Not long after, he entrusted us to the care of Yunquei Summit.
At that time, I heard that Yunquei Summit was taking in orphans. Since I was leading a rootless life, entrusting the important task of caring for 2 children to Yishuan Shifu was the safer choice.
Banyue Shifu, did you also know Xiaoguang's parents?
Banyue Shifu, did you also know Xiaoguang's parents?
Sometimes I really need to keep my mouth shut.
We had just a few brief encounters. Back then, I would sometimes help out a little in the mining area.
I'm deeply grateful for your care, Banyue Shifu. Wise, do you remember asking me before whether my brother had been having nightmares? After our parents passed, and before we went to Yunquei Summit, my brother would often have nightmares of our parents being killed by a monstrous figure in the miasma.
Uh-oh.
After we settled at Yunquei Summit, with Shifu and the others by our side, those nightmares gradually subsided.
Could it be that coming back to Waifei has brought those nightmares back?
Such a tragic story. And the chaos that happened all those years ago, the truth is impossible to unravel. It makes sense that your brother is losing sleep. It isn't just the miasma that can lead to people's deaths.
Huh?
Those words, both Ye, Shunguang, and Banyue fall silent.
Let's not dwell on the past. It's getting late. We should head back and discuss our next step.
Right, sorry. Talking about my parents always throws me off a little. What matters now is finding my brother. Let's move.
Xiaoguang and the others gradually fade from view, but Banyue lingers. It isn't just the miasma that can lead to people's deaths. Seemingly casual words, yet the cries of the past ring in his ears once more. So he was involved in something that went very, very, very sideways.
Please. Please. Our two children are still so young.
Wait a minute. Shunguang's father, then that must be the mother. What's going on here? Oh no. Don't tell me Banyue had something to do with it.
I wish I could see them grow up. And not leave them all alone.
Please. I'm begging you.
A hand reaches out from behind, pulling Banyue back from silence into the present. From his silence into the present. He knows something about what happened to them. Okay, bucket of bolts. Spill it.
Shifu, aren't we going to follow them? You look like there's something on your mind.
It's nothing. Let's go.
Uh-huh. Nothing, he says. No secrets, Clanker. If you're not gonna tell us, then we're gonna have to beat it out of ya. Their existence transcends mortal measure, standing with the divine, or perhaps redacted. Oh, great. Did the CIA get to this? In ancient times, there were sages who could communicate with the divine, observing the celestial. Something changes. They knew miasma. Something would converge. Something during peak of celestial. Something. They built this array, gathering and purifying the miasma to restore the world to something. Yeah, it's all been redacted in white boxes, like a freaking government file. With the array complete, tough, the evil is subdued, something, yet something all blank. To summon blank, desire to away. Okay, now it's partially broken up. I guess awaken power of the something array core, willing sacrifices a key, something sincerely dev something. Though we leave this method, if blank descends, the consequences are unpredictable. After reading the cryptic tome, everyone puts together all the information so far.
Aside from the sections that are too damaged to read, we can confirm now that Sarah and Senior Ye were investigating the array described in the tome. This array is closely tied to the creator that Sarah seeks. Perhaps it's a crucial step for their so-called audience with the creator.
Array's purpose is to suppress miasma, but the Exaltus don't seem the merciful type. No, they do not.
But the array's purpose is to suppress miasma. From what we've seen of the Exaltists, people who treat human lives like weeds, their creator doesn't exactly seem the merciful type.
Sarah sent the remnants out to search. The array might be near the old mining site. Xiaoguang, you lived there before. Do you remember anything about it?
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If only I could remember more. If only I had talked with my brother more.
Don't be too hard on yourself. I've sensed something off in the depths of the hollow for years now. I've gone searching more than once, but always came back empty-handed. I'll make another trip. Just wait for my word.
Wait. Going in aimlessly right now is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Xiaoguang, Among the old mining site survivors, is there anyone you've stayed in touch with over the years?
Again with the freaking voiceless dialogue. MiHoYo, you should have done better. Ugh. So you think we should reach out to the people from back then about the array? Makes sense. I was too young to remember, but maybe someone else still does.
Maybe I've been deliberately avoiding ties to the past. After joining Yunquei Summit and becoming the Qingming Sword's wielder, my contact with the outside world has become even more limited.
Master, I've located the list of survivors from the old mining site. Most of them have settled in the Silum Bay area.
Don't worry. Some survivors from the miasma outbreak are now settled in Silum Bay. They might have some information about the array.
Silum Bay. I'm pretty familiar with that area. It's crowded and full of all kinds of people. Asking around one by one would take forever. Why don't we split up so we can cover more ground? No time to waste. I'll go on ahead. Join me when you're all set.
Sounds good to me.
Using the addresses Fairy found, everyone sets off in different directions. Okay, so Shunguang's parents were caught up in the Hollow Zero disaster, which by proxy triggered Lemnian Hollow to go out of control. They both perished by getting swallowed up by the miasma, and Banyue apparently was right there the whole time for whatever reason, and may have been responsible in some way, shape, or form. Okay. The Clanker is keeping some secrets, and he is going to talk whether he likes it or not. Naive kid. Wow, that Iron Uncle's hands are huge, even bigger than Daddy's. So cool. Don't call him Uncle. I told you before, stay away from him. Seems like you don't really welcome that guy. See, it seems like you all don't really welcome that guy. There's nothing much to say about it. My baby, if they were still alive, they would have been 17 this year. Are they talking about Iron Uncle? Yeah, they're talking about Banyue. Saving someone, that's a kindness. Not saving someone, that's nothing strange. We were the idiots. Shouldn't have put all our hopes on a metal shell. Mommy, why are you crying? Don't cry, Mommy, don't cry. Yeah. Apparently, Banyue did a big no-no, or a big oopsie, and everyone's not happy to see him. Need help with something? Miss Lien, please pick up stuff from the convenience store. After a while, Q's back at the goods with Miss Lien's needs. I got stuff back. Thanks for your help. Take these Denny's. Without your help, I would have lost way more than this. Don't you want to help Chushi out? My sister will be so happy. Okay. Random NPC dialogue. Okay. Ming doesn't have any triggerable dialogue. That hunk of metal ain't that big. Oh my god. Can I have no more distractions for the rest of the night, please? As I was saying, that hunk of metal ain't that the big guy that girl from back then brought home? The rights and wrongs of way back then. It's all ancient history now. Those he saved made lives for themselves, and those he didn't, they're in the ground. Bringing it up now would only stir up trouble. That said, some wounds just won't heal. That murderous aura of his and all those rumors about him being a cold-blooded killer, it's no wonder everyone's on edge. Whether weapon or monster, the past weighs heavy. Let's focus on the present. Okay, then. They're really laying it on thick, aren't they? Things have changed so much. Back when my brother and I had to stay here, this place was just a haphazard mess of makeshift shelters. Now it feels like a proper settlement. Well, almost. Still needs a bit more of a refurbishing. Past fades like dust. It's been years since you faced the past. You must be feeling pretty conflicted right now. Yeah, Ning Qian and the others got here before us, so they must have gone down already, right? Somehow, now that I'm here, I'm feeling kind of nervous. Hey. Ugh. Oh my god. Freaking. Okay. Freaking Dubai fireworks. Don't care. Hey, that doesn't hey, doesn't that miner up ahead look kind of familiar? Looks like it's that person we saved earlier. What miner? Okay. Oh, okay. One of the guys from before that we saved with Dialyn, I'm guessing. Old radio. Melodious music flows from the radio. Let's find out what the song is about. Thanks to Shifu's teachings, I can now make out the words Yunquay Summit from the Wi-Fi dialect. Well, thanks to the seniors, the rest of the words I know are just things kind of rude. So it's still hard to piece together the story from the radio. All I know is that it seems to be related to Yunquay. You listen closely to it for a while. It sounds regretful. Okay, then. I don't want, I wasn't talking about to the radio. I want to talk to miner, not radio. I already did radio. Aw, it's you guys, the one who saved me. So it is you. Are you feeling better? Much better. Thanks to you and your friends. I was just thinking about how to thank you all, and here you are. Don't worry about it. We were simply doing what was right. We're just glad to see you're safe and sound. But we're here today to ask about something, if you don't mind. I just realized, well, I already realized, but it still catches me off guard with how much of a sea of hair that Shiyuan has, and not to mention that big bushy tail of hers, which kind of makes it look like she has even more hair. Well, technically she does, on two different parts. Also, I do wonder, the two bangs hanging off the side of her head, I wonder if those are just bangs, kind of like Oro Crony's hair from Hololive, or if they're dog ears, being a canine-based Firen and all. I don't know, I can't tell. Or just could be just a vague resemblance, just to add to it, I guess. I don't know. We're here today to ask about something, if you don't mind. Well, I could not see any under-ear flesh thingamajigs to indicate whether they were ears or not, so I'm going to assume it's probably just the hair pattern giving that overall aesthetic. Ask away. If I know anything about it, I'll tell you everything. No beating around the bush. Ask about the array and rumors regarding deities. Arrays, divine deities, why is it always... my old man mentioned it once. Over the past few decades, outsiders would show up every now and then. And some who just moved into the staff family quarters and kept sneaking deeper into the mining area. They were always asking the old timers at the mine about stuff from way back when. Seems like they're digging for info about some mystical arrays or whatever. Did they find anything? I just remember there was this guy who spoke real nice and a woman who was always smiling. They even helped treat my old man's illness. They were good people. Once they even said something about making progress on whatever they were doing. And then, well, then everything went south, didn't it? All those things they tried probably didn't work out. If it had worked, maybe that disaster wouldn't have happened. If there really was such a deity, people wouldn't have died and families wouldn't have been torn apart. Besides the array, do you perhaps remember any other details around the time of the incident 10 years ago? Any details would help. Other details? There is something I remembered recently. Last time I went into the Hollow, I wanted to check out my old place. I got stuck before I could make it there, but I did spot these really nice-looking white flowers blooming all over. Nice-looking flowers? Yeah, we've seen something like that before, too. Yeah, those big flowers with the miasma swirling around them. Yeah, folks have been saying those white flowers are a good sign that miasma is... I remember seeing something similar in the mine shafts where my folks worked, back when we lived in the mining district 10 years ago. The area around those white flowers was clean too, no trace of miasma in sight. Back then, I thought it was fun to hide next to those white flowers whenever I got into trouble with my folks. It felt oddly comforting. That's pretty much all there is to it. After that, miasma outbreak happened and we wouldn't even go home and we couldn't even go home anymore. Not many survived. Some moved far away, others relocated here, and well, as time passed, we just lost touch. Come to think of it, it's quite a coincidence. Recently, besides you, well, you're my savior, so I might as well be honest. Someone else asked me about that array stuff too. Pretty sure the letter H is not in asked. It was this young man who even gave me a fat stack of hush money, telling me not to breathe a word of this to anyone else. Said something about how this info was tied to some dangerous stuff and they couldn't let more people get caught up in it. Young man, could it be Senior Ye? What do you look like? Do you have brown hair, wear glasses, and dressed in Yunquei Summit training attire? No, he was nothing like that. He was a tall, slim man in black clothes with black hair. There was this certain aura about him. He spoke politely and was quite generous, too. If you hadn't saved me, I would have kept my lips sealed about him. So it wasn't. It was. Oh, it was, all right. Don't feel down. We still made good progress on this trip. Let's check some other places and see what we can find. Yeah, Shiyuan basically went the way of Sosuke Aizen, only without the pseudo-wax philosophical pretentious claptrap. He traded that for being a bit more emo punk rock look. Just then, Ning Qian's somewhat anxious voice comes from not far away. And unlike Guy Aizen, who was basically chasing godhood, this Shiyuan is doing it because he cares for his sister, so I'm not going to say he's a bad guy. Of course, that depends on what actions he takes. But he is not doing it purely out of selfish reasons. No, he does not want his sister to perish at the whim of that damnable shaming sword. Just then, Ning Qian's somewhat anxious voice comes from not far away. Is Ning Qian being held up by someone? Let's go check it out now. Yeah, we couldn't talk to him before. Unlike who Dialyn was interrogating. Okay. That guy, what's he doing here again? What's that thing doing here again? Keep it down, don't let it hear us. That thing has crazy good hearing. So what if they heard it? Aren't we telling the truth? Back at the old mining site, if only we hadn't trusted it. That family of 3 next door was just steps away. They screamed for help until their voices went hoarse. And that thing didn't even blink. That look in its eyes, cold as stone. It's all in the past now. We finally found some peace here in Siloam Bay. Let's not stir up any more trouble. Better keep our distance. Banyue, what secrets are you hiding? I have important matters to attend to. Please stop pestering me. Phony fortune teller. Hey there, don't leave, friend. I just said I see darkness clouding your vision. There's some terrible malignance locked between those brows of yours. If this great master's calculations are correct, you must have lost a close family member. This weighs heavily on your heart, and left unresolved, great misfortune may befall you. Luckily, you've met me for just 5,000 dennies. Pay 'em, take 'em, get them off me. You... What the hell are you talking about? Get out of... oh, wait a minute. Wrong character. Ningchen, you... What the hell are you talking about? Get out of here. The fortune teller looks embarrassed, but quickly locks eyes with Xiaoguang as if finding a new target. Hey there, young lady. You have a most spiritual aura. Come, let me read your fortune. We can work out a good price. It's fate that we met. This is terrible. Terrible omen. The stars have fallen, the moon is broken, your path is fraught with peril, barely a glimmer of light to be seen in the dark. My lady, you may face a great calamity soon. To overcome this tribulation, you need... What nonsense. Come on, let the man finish. Maybe he knows something. This acting needs some work. Mister, well, I'm not great at divination myself. I have a master who's an expert. Khan is in the north, Li is in the south. I'm sorry, but your compass is wrong. And the positions of the Dui and Shun trigrams, they're not quite right either. We've got other matters to attend to, so we'll take our leave now. Sheesh, why do I keep running into tough nuts and experts these days? That guy the other day saw right through me too. Even little girls aren't so easy to fool anymore. This gig's getting harder and harder to pull off. Oh, so he is a lying little sack of shit, is he? Okay, fine. Phony fortune teller indeed. The fortune teller grows frustrated with embarrassment, recalling that tall, dignified young man in black from the other day. Uh-oh. Young man, your face speaks of noble fortune, but I see a hint of worry between your brows. Let this great master read the fortune I've laid out for you. Hey, don't mess with that. Keep your hands off. Hands off, I say. Victory at all costs. Shifu always said divination was my worst subject, too restless and unfocused to get accurate readings. But this time, I choose to trust in my divination. If no word comes when that wretched creature appears, I will give it my all. Why is everyone staring at Banyue Shifu? The atmosphere is getting weirder and weirder. Suggest going back first. Right now, I actually want to look around some more to see if there's anyone else my brother and I used to know. Damn, she's beautiful. Why don't you head back first? Don't worry, I'll be back soon. Xiao Guang is so focused on finding her brother that she hasn't even noticed the strange atmosphere. Head back with Banyue. Very well. Okay, so Banyue was involved with the disaster, 10 years ago. Apparently he saved some people, but did not save that many either. Flower fallen last night. A pale flower blooms quietly and forlornly in the fine sand unnoticed until you came across it. Yet the crimson that stains its corolla suggests that it is more than the fragile, lonely thing it appears to be. It's the trace of life and memory, obsession, and regret, oxidized in air and ether. Much as you hate to admit it, that trace belongs to someone you once known. The flower may be carried away by wind or tide, but a close friend, they would be the right ones to keep this memento. After contacting Orphe and Magus, they hurried to Silum Bay. Huh. Oh, Isolde's flower that was on her, I think her hair, right? Or was it on her coat? I can't remember. It was one of those, but either way. Huh, okay, just a little trinket just hidden right there, out in plain sight. Is that Colonel Isolde's? What are you doing here? Maybe it's the tide, or the sea breeze. Or maybe it's Colonel Isolde's lingering affection for everyone. Such a cruel tide, knowing just how to make people ache. Such a cruel Isolde. Orphe picks up the flower, cupping it softly in her hands. The air falls silent, as if afraid to shatter the flower that should have long since withered. All that remains is the untimely sound of the tide pushing tears back onto the beach of memory again and again. But even so, they will eventually recede. After nodding goodbye to Orphe and Magus, Orphe holds the flower close to her chest and leaves the shore of Silum Bay. Okay. So that was just lying there. I didn't even know about it. I just decided to explore the area for a bit to see if anything changed in any discernible way. And there it was. Find a memento of a past friend with Orphe and Magus on the beach of Silum Bay. Okay. Okay. Gang high. Sand is so soft. When I was little, my sister often took me for walks at the beach. She said the waves would wash all our troubles away. I remember tiny footprints we had back then. Waves watch over the shore once more, quietly erasing all the marks left on the beach. Those footprints, big and small, are all swallowed up by boundless sea. I wonder if the flower was added there, showed up after you beated the main story, or if it was something that got added in it gradually. I'm going to assume probably added, or I'm going to assume most likely showed up after we beat the main story for that, but I could be wrong. Zenith Aerospace. Some busybody went through all the trouble to fish it out of a raging sea. The rust and grime on it were washed away. Unfortunately, it never managed to fetch a good price. That eager busybody finally realized that Aerospace City was a thing of the distant past. Lost spacecraft. Huh. And another secret. I'm just rolling them all in today. A long time ago, one observed lost spacecraft in Silum Bay. One out of probably at least one or two more. Okay, so a flower for Magus and Orphe. Spacecraft there. I wonder if there's anything else. Doesn't look like it. Probably more elsewhere. Chattering crowd. Look, it really is that heap of scrap. Ashu must have been blind back then, bringing that thing back from the hollow and treating it like a person. Ashu treated it with such kindness, and look at how it repaid her. just standing by and watching her die. No wonder they said it was a killing machine before. That thing's got no heart. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean it. It didn't even... That forbidden fruit test or Horashu saved such a thing and brought it back, and now she's gone and her only brother. No one's heard from him in years. Banyue Shifu, what on earth is this? Years ago, I committed an unforgivable sin. The evidence is irrefutable, beyond any dispute. Their resentment, their boundless hatred. It is the karma I deserve. I must bear it. One day I shall explain it all to you. Uh-huh. That one day better be very soon, Buckethead. You return to Swabian Temple with Banyue. I know, I'm throwing insults at him, but seriously, when the evidence is so freaking thick that he was involved in something that was probably not very good, I get a little, the gears in my head start swirling around at hyperspeed, and I'm just like, okay, what do you know? What did you do? Are you gonna talk, or are you gonna be evasive? And I don't like it when people are, and I don't like the evasive part. Anyway. Check on Banyue again.
Banyue Shifu, about what just happened.
Talk, damn it.
My apologies. My unannounced visit has caused trouble for the people here.
My unannounced visit disturbed others. Great, if they're still not leaving chunks of dialogue out there, they're misreading lines or having lines mistranslated. I have no freaking clue.
Oh, the blame is mine. Please don't let it trouble you. If there are words that can ease even a bit of their pain, then it is a burden I should bear.
Besides, it's not like Banyue has a moving mouth like Wise does, so you don't have to worry about lip syncing in this case. Anyway, rant over. More important story details at work. Okay. Burden I should bear. Seems to have passed its part to talk about.
I understand. I won't ask further. But if you ever want to talk about it, I'll always be there to listen.
Thank you.
He's gonna talk eventually. And he better. Banyue gives you a grateful look while staying silent. Soon the others return. Everyone gathers to share what they found.
So those white flowers we noticed last time also appeared before the miasma outbreak back then. Xiaoguang's intuition was right. If the white flowers are showing up again, it must be a sign of something.
Is it good or bad something?
And the array that keeps being mentioned? Some of the survivors also remember it. Seems like the array really does exist.
Whether Sarah is after the array for good deed for the day or not, we need to visit the old residential area near the mining site.
Agreed.
Again with the frickin' mistranslating, or intent, or is it, or vice versa, whichever it is.
Xiaoguang, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. If the leads brought us there, then it's time I faced the past.
Once everyone's prepared, we'll set out.
All right. Once everyone's prepared, we'll set out.
Should we head out now? You know what? Frickin' go ahead. Let's do it. Okay. Dialyn, Banyue. We can select another one.
No matter where we go,
Whatever you
my dream seems to have become a...
I may be slow.
I can help you ward off misfortune and disaster. Hold your Orphe.
Whatever you seek, I will devote myself wholeheartedly.
Only the brave will win.
A summer day with Lord.
We fighting? Take me. Victory will be ours.
I'm gonna take Caesar. Old mining site. Abandoned long ago and hastily left. Abandoned a long time ago with all the stuff hastily left behind.
Master, the route has been mapped. Destination, the old mining site's residential area.
Watch out, you rust bucket!
Dialyn, leave it to me.
Where the mind dwells, the sword follows. The next line of the sword control mantra is reflecting the void, right? No, it should be enlightenment within. Oh, where the mind dwells, the sword follows. Enlightenment within, awakening Qingming.
Oh, finally got it right. Looks like our Xiaoguang is a bit off her game today. Did you do something bad last night and ended up whispering the spell to your pillow in your sleep?
The next part should be stellar circulation? No, wait. It's... Huh? That's strange.
It's the Qingming sword. It's sapping away at her mind.
Xiaoguang, you don't look so well. Maybe we should take a break.
No need. I just got a little distracted.
No, that damnable case is not doing its job. If it ever was doing its job. It's eeping away at her bit by bit.
Maybe it's because I'm walking this familiar yet strange road again. My mind just can't quite keep up.
Are you sure you're all right? We can take a short break. There's no need to hurry.
The secrets hidden in that place aren't going anywhere. If you're not feeling well today, we can go another day.
I'm okay, really. Stellar circulation. Qingming leads the way. See? I just got distracted earlier. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, to someone's to your inevitable or hopefully preventable doom. Because we don't want our new gorgeous wife to go to her doom. We want her to live. We want to save her. Save her so she doesn't become a vegetable at the whims of a demonic sword that clearly should have been destroyed a long time ago.
We're getting close. There appears to be a barricade ahead.
My power is not just to conquer, but also to protect.
The path's blocked again? Now I kinda understand those customer complaints that keep holding up the line. This won't take much.
Victory's mine!
Switching to business. Forward! Turn around!
The brave fear nothing!
Unexpected call!
Boom. Okay, we gotta do minecart playing again. Which is fine by me because I love train games. I like seeing the trains in Season 1, so some Donkey Kong minecart sorting will do just as well. That was a pretty large amount of buds. Oh, right, the switch. If we can change the switch. Obstacle is blocking the bridge. Just like last time, find a minecraft nearby, then use disintegration to detonate flammable ore inside it and blow up the obstacle.
Looks like we gotta clear these miasma tumors and find a minecart like last time.
Well, I did the tumors, so... These Minecraft tracks look more complex than last time. Looks like we'll need to switch the tracks twice to get the Minecraft to the obstacle.
There's a control panel over there.
Yep. Already figured it out, game, before it even told me.
Now we can head back and try operating the minecart.
Now we gotta blow that up. And then send it the other way.
Hard to believe it still works after all these years.
It seems that the workers put a lot of heart into making these machines.
There's another one here.
Alrighty, now we're finally on track to blow up! Boom!
Just one little problem, and it's one that I'm noticing because, well, I was raised on Thomas the Tank Engine, so I know a few basic things about railroading, and one little developer oversight: a track switch would not switch, should not be able to switch if there's a train sitting right on the rail where it crosses. Because if this was, they kind of, they probably should have moved that rubble back a little bit more to the left, so that way it doesn't look like it's sitting right on the junction right there. Because if that were in real life, well, it would not switch at all. In fact, in any other...
Shiyuan, why so quiet?
This bridge... I'll take a closer look once the rubble is cleared.
In any other game, it basically acknowledges this.
An unusual echo.
Wise, the other side of the bridge is where the residential area used to be.
This bridge leads to where Xiaoguang used to live.
This bridge leads to where Xiaoguang used to live.
This bridge. When we were kids, my brother loved bringing me to the middle of it to play. He said the view of the river was clearest from there. We'd always compete. Whether that was who could throw a stone farthest or make a bigger splash. He always let me win. Back then, the bridge felt so long, like it went on forever, and it would never end. And on that day, 10 years ago, all I remember is it was dark and noisy. Screams and the sounds of things collapsing. And that suffocating feeling. Like I couldn't breathe or move at all. There was a figure. Tall and steady. Holding me and my brother. It felt safe and reassuring. But also cold.
Banyue.
The figure ran swiftly across the bridge, carrying us. I remember the bridge rushing by beneath us, the wind in my ears, and the sound of his heavy footsteps.
It must have been Banyue. Do you remember who it was?
That figure was the one who saved you in senior year, right? Do you still remember who it was?
No, I don't. But that was when I realized, in moments of danger, being saved, even in a slightly cold embrace, can bring such deep comfort.
That figure was the one who saved you in senior year, right? Do you still remember who it was?
No, I don't. But that was when I realized, in moments of danger, being saved, even in a slightly cold embrace, can bring such deep comfort.
Yeah, it was Banyue. He was at the site when the disaster happened. He was there for some reason, saw what happened, or saw the Ye parents, and we don't know what happened after that, but it clearly was him who matches the description of how the siblings got saved.
Is that so?
Let's keep going. We'll cross this bridge with you, together, to the other side.
Why do I get the feeling Ning is up to something? Though that fox-like expression with those orange eyes is a little suspect. What was that rumble?
Those floating boulders. I feel like I've seen them before. They must have some special use.
I wish they'd fall someday and put an end to every creature that gets in our way.
What is with all that rumbling sound?
The verdict is unforgivable!
Yeah, there's some kind of noise going on out there somewhere. Because that doesn't sound like music, and it's definitely not the fireworks outside.
even more of those white flowers. The further we go, the more there are.
It's nothing! Not one step further!
I'm here. Not this far.
Victory's mine!
Unexpected call!
Okay, I have to say, that wrathful visage mode that he has looks so freaking cool, man. With the fiery glow, the way his parts shift a bit, and the mouth opens with the glowing eyes, and
all evils from this place.
And of course the Dragon Balls hovering right behind him. Yeah, I know that's not what they're called. That's clearly not what they are, but that's what they remind me of. Mysterious white flower. There seems to be more white flowers here compared to everywhere else we've been through.
Those stone lion statues over there, they're completely different from how I remember them.
Really?
This place used to be so lively. Your heart? The sword of
Stone lion statue. One's been broken apart. The other is still intact.
Time truly is relentless. Just 10 years, and the statues over there have already eroded so much. The wind whistling through these empty windows almost sounds like weeping.
It feels so empty and desolate.
Because it basically is.
I want to take a look around on my own for a bit.
That's probably for the best. Everyone should take a look around. Banyue, I heard you used to come here to help out. Why are you so quiet now that you've returned? Banyue?
He knows something. Banyue remains silent, seemingly deep in thought.
Ever since we've entered this area, Shifu has been unusually quiet. Perhaps he sensed something.
The surface of the stone lion statue is covered in cracks. As Banyue gazes at its base, a stream of past memories flickers deep within his core. Viscous substance detected. Risk assessment 0%. Composition analysis. Fructose. Plant fiber. Metal finger synced into the orange-red pulp. Frosting sticking to the mechanical joints. Tactile feedback. Contact with soft object. Classification. Human gift.
Here, take these. They're homemade dried persimmons. Really sweet.
I don't think he can eat persimmons. So he was a member of Swabian even back of Yunquei Summit even back then. Hence the orange robe wrapped around him.
Whoa, Mom! You can't see it, but he's not even sure if he can eat them.
Oh, thank you.
See that? I told you he can understand us.
Thanks a lot, big guy. Because you helped clear the collapsed tunnel, the kids can all go home for dinner.
Yay, Shunguang's father's here. He's over there on the left corner.
Here, this is for you.
pale wildflower suddenly wedged into the joints of the mechanical arm. Strange warmth spreads along the arm plate. It's the heat from a human palm.
I don't know where you come from, and this old lady can't even see what you look like. This suit of armor feels awfully cold to the touch, but I know there's a warm heart beneath it all.
Are you able to tell us what we should call you?
Abnormal core temperature fluctuations. Purge unit type 0 command suppress miasma at all costs overridden. Wait a minute. Purge unit? Wasn't there something about that was talked about in the Seeds storyline relating to senior Seed Senior? Because now that they've mentioned that, I'm suddenly spooked. Banyue's core emotion module permanently activated. Mission name Rebirth. And I just saw a mosquito fly in front of me, and now I am definitely going to be irritated. Ugh, I freaking hate mosquitoes. Bluey. The ethereals around here have been pretty much cleared out, I think. I'll take a walk by myself, see if I can find anything. Let's split up to investigate and maybe we'll find something. Indeed, proceed with caution. There seems to be a strange presence over here. Swing set. And a playground. Ugh, it's like something out of Terminator 2 or something. Or blocked entryways. Tightly closed door. Shiyuan. He was here, along with the wench herself. This way of descent that you speak of, from your words, it sounds like not just anyone can pave it. That silhouette, Shiyuan. Of course, only the devout one who completely surrenders body and soul, anchoring themselves solely to their supreme will, can sense their presence and invoke their descent. You're beating around the bush. Don't tell me you still don't trust me. I helped you locate the array, so you should give me more concrete details. I've already said, when the creator descends, only I can determine where they'll appear. This is my sacred honor and also a boundary that cannot be crossed. You need only follow in my footsteps. Even if someone were to tail us here like rats, trying to watch us in greed, it would all be in vain. If you go any further, you won't be able to hide that side of yourself anymore. Better face who you really are, Shiyuan. Just remember this. Everything comes with a price. What you cherish, what you protect, what you fear to lose. Perhaps they can all become the nourishment that feeds the new order. The illusion ends here. Again with the missing dialogue. That was a vision of my brother and Sarah? This kind of thing happened before. Seems to be related to miasma reacting to me.
This has happened before. Something in me seems to trigger a reaction from the miasma, recreating these scenes from the past. But I'm not sure how it works or how accurate they are.
Them eyes have it. The ones in your pupils, laddie.
If that was a recreation of the past, judging by where the visions appeared and what they said, the array is most likely somewhere beyond this door.
Why is Shungguang silent? MiHoYo, what were you doing in this past month that you didn't put all this dialogue back in? The way my brother spoke and that feeling of briefly touching the past, what we saw must have been a glimpse of something that really happened. And the things he said, I know my brother better than anyone. He only speaks that way when he's calmly planning something in his head. There's no concrete evidence yet, but I think we can at least rule out the worst case scenario. Why is Shungguang not have any dialogue? MiHoYo, what were you doing? You had a month. Why is the dialogue not fully put back in? Stupid SOBs. My brother must have had other motives, just like we suspected. Will you trust me on this? I trust you, Xiao Guang.
I trust your judgment, Xiao Guang. And I trust Senior Ye, too. If we keep following their trail, I'm sure we'll figure out why he hasn't sent word back yet.
Yeah, they went through this door. Xiao Guang pushed the door, but it wouldn't budge. It seems to be locked.
It seems to be locked.
How do you open it again? Back then, one of the neighborhood uncles set up a secret lock to keep the kids out. But later, some of the older kids overheard the password.
Xiao Guang, did you remember something?
I thought that after so many years, and with all the chaos back then, I wouldn't remember much. Yet the moment I got here, some memories just came back on their own. If we walk a bit further back and go upstairs, there should be a platform. Dad would sometimes sit there, and I'd run over, cling to his back, and ask him to tell me stories. He said every star was once an extinguished miner's lamp, and that the lumite ore mined from the tunnels was made from stars dreaming and falling to the earth. I later realized he feared the miners who died in the miasma would be forgotten. Just like now, how I'm afraid of forgetting his voice.
Okay, if she can talk through that bit of dialogue, why can't she talk through this bit of dialogue? What was so bad about the dialogue beforehand that they had to strip it out and clearly still not put it back in? MiHoYo, what were you doing? You had a month. This is freaking dumb. We know now that my brother and Sarah went beyond this door, but I don't want to break it or anything around it unless
check out the other places first. Let me think a bit. Maybe I'll remember.
Unless it's absolutely necessary.
Why don't you check out the other places first? Let me think a bit. Maybe I'll remember.
When we regroup, I still can't remember how to open it when we consider other ways to get through, okay?
Alright, I'll check other places first. Stay safe and don't push yourself too hard.
Honor her wish to protect her home.
monster who stood by and let death through.
Uh-oh. Dialyn is whispering out loud. Place once filled with children's laughter and joy, now covered by a thick layer of dust. Even after being abandoned for years and ravaged by disaster, you can still clearly feel the dedication of its original designers. Every inch of this small area was carefully planned out just to carve out a lively playground for the next generation amidst this harsh mining district life. It stubbornly resists being forgotten, announcing to the world that people once strived so hard to put down roots and live here, infusing joy and hope into their ordinary days. Dialyn, you want to say something?
It's so quiet here, it's giving me the creeps. Dialyn, have you found anything?
Didn't expect to see an art piece right here, but I'll take it.
Quiet. Huh. I suppose so. But in a place where people struggle just to get by, quiet can mean something else. Either too hungry to speak, or holding their breath to what's happening outside. If it weren't swallowed by the hollow, even an abandoned place like this would still have some signs of life. Scurrying of mice inside the walls, the drip of leaking pipes, and the wind whistling through the broken window cracks.
Dialyn's calm expression shifts, replaced by a complex gaze, blending concentration with a strange sense of understanding. She hesitates for a moment, showing a hint of confusion.
Under what circumstances would a person feel thankful toward their killer?
I'm not a fan of all the little ball loops, but I like her outfit and her design in general. She's very, very cute. Looks like a Chinese. Kind of looks like a maid, but with a lot of Chinese aesthetics. Not to mention the hair. The hair is cute. There are a lot of girl characters with twin tail hairdos in Season 2. Seems to be a running theme.
Thankful towards their killer? That's pretty heavy. Why ask something like that all of a sudden? Did you hear something again?
I asked first. Aren't you going to answer my question?
Thanking their killer. Maybe it's for a sense of release. Like when someone's trapped in despair and suffering. Or perhaps it marks the end of revenge, making the killer live on with that guilt. That's a punishment harsher than death. There's another possibility. Sometimes, only by dying yourself, can the person you care about most keep on living.
Only by dying yourself can the one you care about most keep on living?
Swing comes to a stop and Dialyn seems lost in thought. What's wrong? What? Want to chat more? If you've got any questions for me, now's your chance to ask about your abilities. You noticed, didn't you? In the hollow, I could indeed hear voices left behind by the dying. This is my power and a tool to achieve my goals as a Krampus judge, to uncover the truth. Judge? Looks like Senior Zhao hasn't properly introduced us yet. Since the famous Phaethon is now considered an ally of Krampus, I guess there's no harm in telling you. Where the branches fall, judgment awaits. We are the core members of Krampus, with the talent and authority of auditing and judgment. Sounds pretty badass. Or harsh. But don't think of us as some rigid uniform organization. We're way more interesting than that. Yeah, you're basically the Spectres from Mass Effect. In Krampus, as long as one etches their duty to the mission into their bones, every judge can wield their own unique gauge. The same mission can play out completely differently in the hands of different judges. The way it's interpreted, the standards of execution, the focus of evaluation, everything varies based on the gauge we hold in our hearts. Pretty cool, right? Way more fun than just following orders like a robot. And much more dangerous. Truth is only gauge. Truth is my only gauge. In your opinion, which is more trustworthy, the words of someone standing alive before you who can talk endlessly, or the final confessions of those teetering at death's edge, which is closer to the truth? Depends on the situation. She has a nice back, I will also say. Me and my likings for the female form in this game. I can't help it. But for me, everything in my past has proven that the promises of the living are cheap, while the curses of the dead are all too real. Perhaps it's only when we plummet completely into nihility, I don't know how you say it, when there's nothing left to grasp, that we truly shed all our masks, calculations, and the lies born from our survival instincts. In that moment near death, what's revealed is often the most primal truth that a person can no longer twist or sugarcoat for themselves. Those sounds, though, faint, broken, and thick with the stench of bloody foam, they're like the clearest dewdrops on a spider's web, revealing carefully concealed patterns. Looking at it the other way, a cunning living person's every move, every word is like a carefully woven web, making it impossible to see clearly. So, Proxy, sometimes it's worth paying attention to echoes from the past. When the time comes to repay those depths of deceit, will you stand by my side? After all, I really don't want to be your enemy. I feel like there's more to this than you let on. Who are you going to judge this time? Now's not the time to reveal everything. But what I can tell you, Proxy, is that I'm not your enemy. Before we piece together the full truth ourselves, there's nothing wrong with indulging in a moment of peace. Alright, Q&A over. Go check out the other places. What's the other one? Okay, so it's the same thing. There's no choice involved. It's just the same stuff. Okay, same dialogue, no differences. So if that was Dialyn, then Banyue is going to be up there. And something else. Ominous ruins. Corner with a strange vibe. Some of the building ruins and wall sections are unusually smooth, unlike natural breaks. Scratches look more like they were carved by some kind of sharp wingtip. Are there any winged monsters around here? Uh-oh. What, like Rodan or something? Okay, Banyue, do you have anything you want to say?
Do you hear the bones wailing? This shell has long been overloaded.
That sounds like him, and it sounds very creepy.
You couldn't even feel the softness of flowers and grass. Why bother playing the fool who guards the spring? Why keep moving forward with a broken vessel? You still have an easier, happier choice. No more shackles of atonement. No more chains of duty. Exile into nothingness is the most complete repayment for those sins.
I think he was having a depression moment.
It's you.
Banyue, what's wrong?
Banyue Shifu, what's wrong?
I think I just heard a strange, eerie voice.
It's the one Dialyn mentioned before.
Is it that weird voice Dialyn mentioned? If it's back again, then is there something off about this place?
Yes, I can sense extremely strong miasma behind these walls. That voice creeps in quietly and clouds the mind. It would be best to keep your guard up. I've also noticed something peculiar. The miasma is thick here, but when we approach the field of white flowers, it seems as if the corruption dissipates.
Now that you mention it, I have the same feeling. So the miasma thinning out like an ebbing tide isn't as natural as it looks. It's like the white flowers are guiding the miasma to collect in one direction. Strange white flowers, weird voices. Something's definitely off in this hollow. Xiaoguang and I even saw visions near the door of Sarah and Senior Ye heading deeper inside. If our guess is right, the array they were looking for should be in that same direction.
In that case, it's too dangerous to just rush in blindly. Let's wait for everyone to finish investigating, then regroup before deciding our next move.
The mechanical intonation in his voice is gone. It was not edited back in. Okay. Yup. It's Ye, Shiyuan. I keep forgetting Ye is the family name, not the first name. Shiyuan. And I haven't referred to Shiyuan's name in so long because of how kinda here or there that he was previously that I never really fully committed to his proper name. Why is there still no response? If it comes to that point, then I'll have no choice but to... Another illusion. Senior Ye Shiyuan seems to be secretly waiting for something.
Let's return to the central area up ahead and regroup with everyone.
Nothing at the door. Uh-oh.
Why are there sacrifices here? I've never seen ones like these. Could it be Sarah's doing?
This one bears a strange aura. It feels off.
Why does it feel like it's focused on Dialyn and Banyue Shifu?
This gross feeling like I'm being watched. It's all too familiar.
There's our mysterious winged monster.
Victory's mine!
The miasma here is so intense.
Such a vicious aura. Heavy gate. That attack's dangerous. Don't rush in. Find a way to counter it.
Save your lessons for your obedient little students.
Wait, what was that achievement? Some Covenant Destroyer or something?
A complaint? Too late for that!
Come on, face me head on!
Can't get through? Try again!
Nothing forward here! Wildfire! Purify the world!
Intercept! Seal! Freeze!
Nothing forward here!
Victory's mine!
Surprise! Have fun!
Creator's voice.
After sacrifices are defeated, well, just one.
The creators call.
Okay, it's either Sarah or it's somebody else. And hey, the old comic film reel cutscenes. We haven't seen those in a long time.
The miasma's getting thicker. Be careful.
Enough sneaking around! Show yourself!
Hurry up and pack your stuff. What's there to be so sentimental about in this dump? It's all gonna be swallowed by the hollow anyway.
Uh-oh, Dialyn backstory? Not what I expected so soon.
What's the rush? Didn't city management say they've hired some powerful medium? They said we just need to draw a lot and it'll all be fine.
Let's go. Time to draw lots. Fong, where's that little tag-along of yours?
Auntie Fong.
It's me. Why are you hiding here? You haven't eaten, have you? Everyone's gone ahead already. We should go too once you've eaten something.
Those people were just talking about drawing lots. What's that?
Ah, don't be scared. I'm right here for you. That drawing lots thing is just for show. Nothing's going to happen to you, Dialyn.
Evacuate? Nonsense. If we just choose one person, use them as a shell, and borrow their life, I can guarantee everyone's safety. Each person values their own life. That's precisely why we are drawing lots to decide. All right, fair and square. Everybody's happy. The heavens have already made their choice.
You know, I was expecting backstory for Dialyn in an agent story or event quest. I wasn't expecting it so soon.
It is you, unlucky girl.
Oh, no. So she got thrown into a void because she drew the short stick.
Don't be sad, Auntie Fong.
Ah, crud. How much you want to bet it was an Exaltus responsible for this crap? That's what it looked like. Who else would that be? Or what? Who else of that faction would be up there in a spooky cloak, saying spooky shit? And poor Dialyn. How much you want to bet that's how she got her psychic powers, having been exposed to all that ether and miasma and thrown into a portal by a bunch of dummies.
I'm okay.
Shit. That's just wrong. Poor girl.
This is the end. It's too late now. Too late!
All I ever wanted was just to live an ordinary life.
My last wish.
Alive. You were already dead, and I'm going to die soon.
Okay, that didn't match with what was written. What would it be for me, I'd wish? That the medium keeps her word, that if I die, everyone else will be saved? Yeah, they probably weren't. All played for fools.
That trick. Who knows how many times they pulled that one? Now, we're all gonna die!
So they've been doing this with other people, and Dialyn was just the next one to be thrown like trash by gutless fools who clearly did not think, maybe this is all bad and we shouldn't be doing this. But no, let's trust the creepy cloaked guy and his whims. He's totally trustworthy, right? Yeah, look how that turned out. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second, I'm reading a something. Well, I can't read it because it requires being on a something to do with Barnes and Noble. I'll read it in a bit. Okay. That trick knows how many times they pulled that one. Now we're all going to die. I should have evacuated. Why I ever believe that crap about a shell and borrowing lives? Yeah.
Those scamming bastards! And the old wretch made us draw lots. They'll pay for this with their lives!
Draw lots. Scamming. Oh, going to die. Auntie Bong!
Aye.
No, I have to think. Figure out a way to get out of the hollow. I must warn her.
Over here! This way!
Follow these voices. I have to get out. I have to tell Auntie Bong! That medium and those people from the outside, they're lying!
Where's that witch? Where are the people from the city construction company? Help!
Didn't you say if that kid drew the lot, everything was gonna be fine?
Uh-oh. It was not fine.
It was your idea. What do you have to say about this?
Too late. They all got shafted anyway. Ugh.
I thought I'd found someone to die in our stead, but who could have known?
Sold her out.
Dialyn! Dialyn!
Dialyn.
Dialyn not only drew the short straw, it was all a trick. She got sold out by someone she thought of as a loved one who could, would care for her, only to get thrown like trash because they all believed in Exaltist instead of their better judgment. Well, tough shit. Karma came and got them anyway. That's what you get for believing bullshitters, right? And poor Dialyn had to... yeesh. So yeah, behind that, all those smiles and sarcasm is, well, someone who had a very troubled childhood. That seems to be a recurring gag with a lot of these chicks and dudes.
Dialyn!
Well, then again, I didn't honestly expect they would go this direction with Dialyn, because when you see this character being promoted and everything, it's, she's all happy, sing-song, playful, but then they pull the rug from under you and you're like, oh, there's a lot more under the hood than one thinks. Are you okay? I kept calling your name, but you wouldn't respond. What happened?
I'm fine. I fell into their trap. I got careless.
Dialyn, Banyue Shifu, are you alright?
After that sacrifice disappeared, we both just froze in place. No matter how we tried to get your attention, you wouldn't respond. We were really worried.
Was that voice back again?
Yes.
What did it say?
Just alluring whispers meant to worm into my mind, trying to tempt me into giving away my power.
Huh. Could it mean the creator's call? That the sacrifice mentioned was really from the actual creator?
What, like the mouth of Sauron or something?
But why is the voice only targeting me and Banyue?
Because y'all have some skeletons in your closets. Banyue for apparently doing something very, very bad, and Dialyn having survivor's guilt.
You guys really haven't heard anything since we entered this area? A voice that sounds like your own whispering in your head?
Survivor's guilt mixed with the fact that everyone she knew in years ago sold her out on the vain hope that they could be perfectly fine where they were and not evacuate, which is what they should have done. And, well, they all died anyway, massacred by the Exaltists.
A voice like my own? No, I haven't heard anything like that. But when you two froze, the Qingming sword reacted slightly in its case.
It also reminds me of the doppelganger stuff from the previous chapter. Because remember when with Lucia and Yidhari's introduction, you had everyone, and also Minato, he had one too. I call them like hollow versions of them, like in Bleach, because that's what they reminded me of. At least Minato's doppelganger did anyway. Like a hollow Ichigo sort of thing. So this is like a carrying over of that, in a way.
The case was sealed by Shifu herself. This is the first time I've seen it react like that.
That's even more interesting. Seems something else in this hollow has had its eye on us while we've been searching for the array in Shiyuan. Who knows why it's here, but whatever it is, chances are it's not some merciful deity. Anything that messes with our minds like that isn't here to save anyone.
There's an unknown presence lurking in this hollow. Even someone as strong as Banyue Shifu got caught by it.
I really want to keep following my brother's trail, but
This isn't the time for me to be reckless. With so much at stake, and for everyone's safety, we should report back to Yunquei Summit before proceeding further.
again with the voiceless dialogue that wasn't filled back in.
Shifu and the Elders know Limnian Hollow better than anyone. Someone may know what's behind all this.
Xiaoguang has a point. The miasma is really thick behind the barrier, and that weird voice could come back any time. We'd better get out of here.
I agree. Having that voice keep crawling into my head, it's starting to get on my nerves.
Banyue Shifu? Well, what do you think?
Banyue takes one last look at the sealed gate and nods. So they're retreating for a bit, getting their bearings back, and then coming back. After returning to Swabian Temple, Xiaoguang tells the mystics there what's going on.
So you're Ye Xingguang, the one who inherited the Qingming sword at a young age. I've heard that your talent really stands out among the younger generation of Yunque Summit, and that you might even be the most likely to become a Void Hunter.
So, I'm guessing the Qingming sword just chooses whoever it wants to be its wielder, right? It's not just, oh, you're next in line because we say so. Well, other than the riders, anyway.
That's more praise than I deserve. Everyone, it was my recklessness that kept me from realizing how serious the situation was. I shouldn't have kept things from you. I owe all of you a sincere apology.
Sorry, everyone. I wanted to wait until we had some leads on Senior Ye's whereabouts before telling the truth. I never thought we'd find something like that weird miasma fluctuation.
After our trip to the Hollow, I understand just how serious the situation really is now. It concerns the safety of Waifei Peninsula, so I can't hide things anymore.
Again, why is there so much dialogue that was not put back in? I hate to keep complaining about it like a broken record, but it's so off-putting. MiHoYo, what were you doing? You had a month. There's no excuse for this lazy bullshit. But please trust me, though I don't have evidence to prove it, my brother must have a reason for covering his tracks and for being seen alongside Sarah. I know he wouldn't betray us.
We grew up together. No one knows him better than I do. He's honorable and loyal. He would never abandon his morals or hurt others for selfish gain.
You know, they'd said in notes that, oh yeah, we took it down because there's stuff that needs, redos. Well, I'm reading through all this, I'm still seeing dialogue go unspoken, and I fail to understand what was so bad about the dialogue that they had to take it down and then putting it back only for it to be half-cocked with parts of it missing. I don't get it.
Xiaoguang, Junior, we understand how you feel. We all know what kind of person Senior Ye is. We've already contacted Yishuan Shifu. She's tied up with some other important matters at the moment, but she'll head here as soon as she can. Until then, the decision rests with her.
Thank you for your trust. There's no need to be so formal. Just call me Xiaoguang like before. And please, help us get to the bottom of the abnormal miasma fluctuation before Shifu arrives.
Of course, we'll do everything we can. But Xiaoguang, for now, you should remain here at Swabian Temple. Junior Wise, please stay with her.
Huh? Yishuan Shifu specifically requested that you not take part in the investigation under any circumstances.
What? But...
I'm sorry. We'll head out and start investigating with the other mystics at first light tomorrow. You just wait here for our return, all right?
Yeah, it's not gonna go well for them, is it? With that, Xingyuan leaves together with the other disciples. Xiaoguang is left standing there, hands clasped tightly together, her expression clouded with helplessness.
It's always like this.
They don't want a repeat of what happened to Yishuan's sister 10 years ago, where, Apollo disaster happened. Sister use the Qingming sword at full power and just completely rapid died right then and there. They don't want it to happen again, so they're trying to keep Shunguang away from as much action as possible, especially in matters like this concerning Shiyuan, especially with whatever it is he's doing or has done. Yixuan Shifu was worried. Worried about my safety. I understand. I've always understood. Shifu cares for me deeply. Well, yeah. Because she knows if you go hog wild with that damn sword, well, it's a repeat of what happened to her sister. She doesn't want it to happen to Shunguang like it happened to her family, too. Can't say I blame her. I'd do it, too. Hell, I'd go the extra mile at trying to, if you can't purge the bad effects of that sword, assuming Wise's eyes aren't going to be the key to that, freaking destroy the damn thing, or bury it in a deep, dark hole somewhere where no one can find it. Even with Shifu's personally crafted seal on the sword case, she's constantly worried that the power of the Qingming sword might spiral out of control, worried that I might end up like her sister, High Preceptor Yijiang. Yijiang, that's her sister. I can never remember her name, because it's only been said a few times, so it's, like, in the back of my mind. Oh, speaking of cursed swords, Miyabi's foxtail sword, that thing is also ghoulish. Doesn't seem to have kill you and use side effects, but it's still cursed with evil spirits, or something to that extent anyway. But having to stay behind everyone, being kept safe, watching everyone else face danger while I can only wait, it's just... Sis, with that gloomy look on your face, you hardly seem like the Ye Shunguang I know. Being able to face any situation with composure, isn't that the kind of person you are? Xiaoguang, you're too tense. After everything that happened today, what you need most right now is to get some proper rest and recharge. How about we rest for now and get ready to receive tomorrow's news in tip-top shape? Sorry I've troubled everyone again. Let's all get some rest today. Well, true name... like a lock. Okay. So what was that trophy I ended up with? Okay, when fighting Sacrifice, Covenant Guardian, clear its miasmic shield within 25 seconds after it enters the miasmic field. Oh, so basically, I managed to get rid of its red shield under a certain time limit. I didn't even realize it. And I did it in the story mode without having to do it in any other mode, so that was nice. Talk with Xiaoguang some more. I will do that, in fact. Haven't gone to bed yet? I just wanted to come see you again. I'm worried about you. Aww. It's alright. I'm just feeling a bit down again. But after everyone's comforting words, I'm feeling much better now. At least those 2 illusions today gave us a clearer picture. You must be exhausted from running around with me these past couple days. Go get some rest. Okay. Optional. Done. And let's go hit the sack. After a long day, the bed seems to whisper, "Come rest your mortal coil." That's what you're meant to do right now. Like falling into clouds, gently sinking, surrounded by tenderness, you drift off into dreams. Invite Shunguang into bed with you, Wise. Do it. But under the cover of night, there are still those who remain awake in Phylum Heights. Oh no. He is in on it. Well, this is unexpected. You let that insignificant little pawn go free. Such mercy. Doesn't quite fit the image of someone hell-bent on revenge, ready to die alongside their nemesis. So, I knew it. Little Fox Eyes Jr. was in on it the whole time. I thought something was off. And it looks like my gut was correct. They're just an insignificant pawn. They have minimal intel, and their life or death won't affect the bigger picture. No need to cut off every loose end. On the path to meet the Creator, any impious noise must be thoroughly purified. Just like those traitors who once basked in divine grace yet harbored doubts, daring to commit blasphemy, they are now very quiet, utterly quiet. As for you, showing mercy to even a little pawn, how can I trust you won't go soft on Banyue at the crucial moment, or perhaps hesitant when it comes to your own ending? He's trying to kill Banyue, huh? So much for being a good student. Whether you trust me or not means nothing to me. I've said it before, making Banyue pay in blood is my punishment for him, and the ending I've written for myself. You're sharing in the same punishment as him? Ha, how ironic. Don't tell me you're still clinging to that pathetic illusion of a master-disciple bond. Don't make me laugh. Cut the pointless probing. We're just using each other to get what we want. My decisions are none of your business. Don't get too hung up on your so-called god, puppet. Better pay attention to those you keep in your company. For your sake, you'd better pray your Creator is really as omniscient as you claim. You mean Shiyuan? Yeah, his little schemes are insignificant. The Creator has foreseen his fangs, and I shall be the final link to fulfill the Creator's prophecy. Shiyuan's very existence is every choice, even those futile acts of defiance, all will be woven into the grand tapestry, becoming a distinctive stroke of color in this final masterpiece. Oh, everything will return at journey's end. If I'm accentuating some of the lines a bit, it's because I am. Because Sarah's just, well, yeah, she's kind of even more of a mustache-twirling villain than she ever was. By the way, I recall seeing some people in the Twitter comments that season 2 of Zenless Zone Zero will be a disappointment if Sarah isn't playable, and I'm just like, she's the freaking villain, and she is clearly shown no qualms of having any kind of redemption arc to be worth being playable. I mean, I was sad that Isolde wasn't playable, and she's dead, and I thought she was going to be a character we played as, because she carried herself like one. So, okay, I can maybe buy that. I cannot buy this little spurg out of that says the game sucks because the villain is not playable, even though because it's like, okay, last I checked, this was a video game, and in a video game, there's always a big boss at the end that you fight and you kill, and is not always redeemable, and in fact may just be evil and has to be put down anyway. This is not Virgil from Devil May Cry. Just stop. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, yes, there's problems with Season 2, but that is not one of them. Very much not one of them. Some people are just reaching to hate on the season in some ways compared to others. That, compared to others, be the lack of dialogue not put back into the game. MiHoYo, what were you doing? Anyway, take a shot. The lingering warmth of conspiracy gradually dissipates in the morning light of Phylum Heights. A new day dawns upon Swabian Temple, still unaware of last night's undercurrent, carrying mysteries and looming threats. Since I'm awake, I should check on Zhao Guang first. Is that... well, the lion and bowline bickering outside. Might as well check it out. Okay, so next chapter afoot. Okay. Let's roll. Let me see if I get anything with a roll. Nope.
An honored guest just arrived. Allow me.
Well, I'm halfway there at the very least. Hopefully I get lucky and I don't have to start all over again. Well, that's it for this part of chapter 5. So yeah, we explored more of that abandoned old mining town. We learned that Banyue had been there. Clearly, something very bad happened, that people don't like him being in Phylum Heights, or Silum Bay either, for that matter. And I'm calling it, really calling it. And I also called that that his apprentice was in fact up to something no good, and I was also correct on that. It's the orange, narrow slit eyes with that fox expression that usually means someone's up to something. And so on and so forth. And we fought a new sacrifice class, Ethereal, one that's clearly sentient and talking, and we also learned Dialyn's backstory, that she came from a very rough neighborhood that, instead of evacuating when Hollow Zero acted up, or whatever decided to do drawing straws, and they ended up throwing a bunch of people into a portal into the Hollows, Dialyn being the last. And she survives, comes back, and learns that, yep, her entire town has been wiped out, and that the person she trusted very much was, in fact, the one that sold her out in the first place, all because they listened to an Exaltist and his bullcrap when they should have evacuated. Yeah, and honest to God, I was not expecting that origin story for her to come out so soon. But hey, it is what it is. I honestly can't complain. I will say there are a lot of characters with sad backstories, but then again, given the setting of Triple Z, where you have H.P. Lovecraft portals opening up and causing disasters, and the last big one being about a decade ago in universe, probably doesn't. It's probably not out of the ordinary for basically every character to have a bit of tragedy in their story. Anyway, that's it for this part. We're definitely going back to that part of the town so we can see what it is what this array even is, what it does, and who's causing the voices. And yeah. And I hope to God that I will end up getting Shiyuan, because, well, Yeah, I probably should have saved my polychromes for her, but I had a bunch anyway, and I wanted to get Banyue so he doesn't, because he had a little bit of time left, and he was too much fun to let go. In fact, I wanted him and Dialyn, but MiHoYo did not structure the release of this chapter of Season 2 very accordingly, because there was far less time to get either character, so regardless of who you picked, you were pretty much doomed. You could not get away with getting both of them within such an extremely short span of time. So I'm gonna have to wait for Dialyn to come back, and in order to get her next time, because I think she's pretty fun. I just did not think she was worth getting as of yet because of the limited stuff involved. And Banyue, he had a way shorter release time than she did, so it was like a 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It didn't really matter. And, well, Shiyuan I should have better luck with since, 35 days, well over a month, so it should be fine, I hope. So hopefully I remain lucky, and also I just realized I have not played around with the character demo for Shiyuan, or even Zhao for that matter, but I think I want to finish this chapter off first before I start going into Chapter 6 stuff. So, yeah, the spoopy horror stuff is still going strong, and I look forward to seeing what it was that Banyue did that has everyone so pissed off at him. And, yeah, he clearly had something to do with the Ye siblings' unfortunate circumstances. So, anyway, I'm gonna go take the game's own advice and start getting a little rest myself. And when I come back tomorrow, we will do more CZZ and see how far we can get into Chapter 5, if not outright finishing Chapter 5 and then moving on to Chapter 6. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good day. Bye-bye.